Hello, dear friend. Welcome again to our great program, this new edition of Sit and Talk. We just want to welcome all of you to our program today, and we're so thankful that you give us an opportunity again to come to your home and to be able to, share with you a few words. And I was looking forward for this moment, and here we are right now. We're sitting here, and we're going to talk about, again, studying together this great book, the Bible. So I am inviting you, all of you, and your friends and your family members, everybody that you can, ask and tell them to, about our program. I hope that you have done that. And, we're looking forward for this day. We've been praying for you. I hope that you have been praying for us too. We spent a lot of time, preparing, and we are here now today by the grace of God. And today we're going to continue with the same, study that we had last time. We're studying about sexual perversions, and we also introduced a lot of passages dealing with this type of sins, in our midst. And so we're going to do a quick review, but today we're going to start a little bit different. I'll give you some time so you can invite some friends so they can come in and to be able to be part of the program today. And so what we're going to do, we're going to play some music, and I hope that you enjoy that. And so as following the music, then we're going to start again go back and do a little review, and then we build on that, continue the lesson to you. I hope that you enjoy the song I'm going to play to you today. The song we're going to play is As Fine as Faithful, and just enjoy that, and then we come back with the study. All right, God bless.
We're pilgrims on the journey of the narrow road, and those who've gone before us along the way, cheering on the faithful, encouraging the weary, their lives a stirring testament to God's sustaining grace. Surrounded by so
wonderful. That was a beautiful song that we just played. May we all find us, we left behind, find us faithful. This is a great, song, like I have said, and it talks about for those of us who've been entrusted the work and the ministry that God is giving us. He find us faithful when He comes. And that's what we're getting at, for all the lessons that we've been studying together since day one till today where we are right now. And so we encourage you, if you haven't been, part of God's kingdom yet, and that's what we've been trying to tell you every time that we comes on the air, that it is imperative that you are being part of the family of God. The way you do that is to cry out to God and accept the sacrifice that He has made in your behalf. The one that He promised in Genesis chapter number 3, when He confronted the man and the woman there, and also the serpent specifically, by saying, Genesis chapter 3 verse 15, saying specifically that He would send us a Redeemer, which is Jesus Christ. We know for sure that we celebrate that every year, December, Christmas. We talk about that. We have a specific lessons on that, where people, saying that they don't believe in Christmas. They don't celebrate Christmas because of some of the things that actually has nothing to do with Christmas. It's only give you the aspect of the season, but that's the reason why they lean on to say, okay, they don't celebrate Christmas. They don't like the idea of the tree. They think it's paganism. They like the idea of the festivity and decoration and all the stuff, but they really miss the whole reason for it. If you want to know what we are studied, concerning the Christmas, you have to go back and check on those lessons that we had before, and then you can have an idea of what we're talking about. And so we encourage you, my beloved, my friends watching now, wherever you may be around the world. Now, before we get into the lesson today, I would like to ask you, like I have asked the last few days, because of the subject matter, we do not think that this is kind of like appropriate for, younger children. We want to respect everybody's, we respect especially the boundary there. We don't want to overstep that. And I want to remind you again that this lesson is not suitable for younger kids in the house, because of the language that we use sometimes, some of the words that we use trying to explain that. And so we will leave that up to you to decide that. But we just want to caution you that this lesson is not really appropriate for younger kids. It's only for those who are older and from 18 and up. So we ask that you be mindful of that. And so we don't want to upset anybody in any way. But matter of fact, what we want to do, we're trying to help. We're not here to bring any more problem, any more difficulty, and add to your problems that you already had. You don't know what to do with. Last time when we studied, just a little bit review now, we asked a question when we were studying about homosexuality. Was it possible that someone was born homosexual? We answered the questions, and also we talk a lot about that. And we also read from this book that I introduced to you a while back, and also from this lessons that we're studying, that this book, Why Guilt After Sex. And then we studying from this lesson to answer the question, is it possible that someone born homosexual? So we read from pages 108 to 112 to talk about that, and we find out after we read that no, it wasn't possible that somebody was born that way. It was only two options on the menu. It was either you were born a male or a female. There was no possibility for somebody, because we said also that the father and mother could not have known by looking at their child, their baby, their infant, to determine that they are homosexual. You cannot see that by looking at them. And also we dig from this book and another book also that we introduced to you is Guilt Free from Sexual Sin. I don't have a copy with me at the moment to show you the book, but I encourage you to get your copies. And all of my books, if you're interested, go on Amazon.com and click my name there, Pierre Fenelon, and it will give you all the list. Or you can go on Google. You don't need to go on Amazon. Just go on Google my name, and they give you all the books listed under my name and all the titles. You take your pick. Like I said, summer is right there in the corner. You are gonna be needed some of those material to help you if you're also making plans, to do some type of ministry. Those books, they are very great for teaching purposes, like especially Sunday school, youth group, outreach, and Bible studies, and some of those other great ministry that you can think of, especially for the summer vacation Bible school with kids. Because of the way the cultures are going right now, we're going to need all the tools that we need in order for us to confront or to face the reality of the life that we're living here in this earth right now in this 21st century. I ask that you prayerfully consider to get one of those books, not because I'm trying to promote only to get a few bucks out of those things, but I tell you what, every penny that I make concerning selling any of those books, they all go toward this ministry. And so that way we can enhance and also continue to be bringing to you those programs and to make sure that there's somebody, or maybe there's a pillar remain standing to promote and to push and to spread the good news of God's word. Because like I said, everything that I've said before and everything that I am saying right now and everything that I will be saying later on, it's all going to come from this book in my hand, the Bible. I don't have any, I would say, stand or anything that I stand on, rather, to stand before you and saying, okay, I said this. I don't have that kind of authority. My authority comes from this book, and it's what a privilege it is to serve God and to minister to you from this wonderful book, the Book of Life. Anyway, as I was saying that we answered the questions, and we found out also that a father or mother could not have known their son or their daughter would be involved in that kind of lifestyle. And so we get to the point that we see that everybody was fearfully, wonderfully made by the Lord Jesus Christ. When we read, if you read Psalms 139 verse 14, it says, I praise thee, for I am fearfully, wonderfully made. Marvelous are thy works, and that my soul knoweth right well. So this is the verse that gives us the assurance to know that we were not created in a certain way that people were trying to make you believe that it has to do anything with biology or physiology. It has nothing to do with this. We also, at the beginning of the lessons that we were saying, we get to the definition what the Google says concerning homosexuality, and we see that it's talking about a pattern of sexual behavior, like sexuality. So we went and also find out what Google says about sexuality. You see, it's a fabrication of things that's in your head. Those things you have toward people of the same gender, the same sex, and also other people. So we see that kind of stuff. So we just tell you that because of that, it has nothing to do with your physical makeup, your biology or physiology. It's all everything come from your head, the way you think, the people that you've been surrounding with, and all the other things that you can imagine, come your head, makes you lean toward that position of that kind of lifestyle or behavior in your life. When you were a kid, a baby, you could not have made that decision. There's no such thing about about, oh man, ever since I was a kid, I knew that I was this and that. No, that's not true at all. You may believe that because you just want to have a place where you can lean on to push your reality or your agenda, so to speak, in that area, so that way people can feel, they're not alone, or maybe you're trying to rally a group of people behind you to promote the same thing. You see, right now in this generation, this post-modern era, we see that they are advocating some of great magazines, like fashion magazines and everything. They are promoting this kind of lifestyle by putting people on it who actually come out, in this lifestyle to make it, something big. And so they make a lot of money out of that. And also for those of you who probably, but you know what, the trick is, I have told you before, a average person who's somewhere in your home, can be really careless about your lifestyle. This thing is about promoting those who have the power, those who have money, those celebrities, because they're the one who you always see their faces on TV talking about this thing. You never see they go under the bridge to find some homeless who live a homosexual lifestyle. They don't care about that. As a matter of fact, if you do, they don't really care to talk about it and everything. It's always those who have the those type of power, and then that way they can use their platform to promote something like that. And then you, on the other hand, who do not have the money they have, you feel like somebody is out there representing you, and then you can go about and brag about certain things, but really your face will never be behind those. Now, don't get me wrong, these people, they make money out of that too. I'm not trying to criticize people, I'm just reporting to you the truth, things that are out there. You can do your own research and find out what I'm saying, whether it's true or not, because it's out there. And so everything that they do is always for those who have the power to do it. The one that have the money, the position, the power, the fame. They are the ones always doing that kind of stuff. And also they're the one also trying to promote something that is really detrimental for your life. You see them not only face them in television, live television programs. You see also in those TV shows, most of them like TV shows. You see there's probably like about 90% of, I'm probably wrong with that number, maybe 99% of all the TV shows right now, they all promote some type of homosexual lifestyle, something a perversion, or in TV. Matter of fact, there's a TV show that runs for several seasons, all the way to probably 10 or 12, I don't remember exactly. I never watched any of those, but I was, curious to see that this TV show called the L Word. L Word, it stands for lesbian. So they have so many shows in there. I can imagine, to see a lot of young ladies that plays so many roles in those show that they're not necessarily involved in that kind of lifestyle, like in the real life, but because of money, because of the fame that he bring to them, that they involved in that, they play the role, they play the characters of being lesbian in there, and some of them are real, I'm sure, because you can fake certain things, but they do that, they participate in those things. So we see that the Bible warns us about all these things also. It's not only the idea of the ones that are involved in those lifestyles because that's what they want to identify with, but also he warns us, according to Romans chapter 1, that we need, those of us also who take pleasures in those things, to stay away from that. The reason being because, like I have said last time, it's a cause of the gospel. The gospel, one aspect of the gospel, we talk about that the gospel is here to bring cleansing, to clean up, to purify, to change you from one position to another, a position of beauty, of a position of blessings and greatness. The thing is, you think that living on this earth, you are here just by yourself alone in this parcel of land. No, there's somebody who's created this land, and you know that for sure because you live there for whatever many years God gave you the opportunity to live so far, and you have seen that everything that's out there. You found them already here before you came. You understand? You never went, I should say, to a place in the course of your life to say, let's go by, the moon or something, or let's go by, a star. Well, although those planets are bigger than the Earth, you might think that it is silly to say something like that. No, it's not. And just my point is trying to tell you that those things that you've seen, they've been here before you came. Understand? And like I have said one time, and I'm going to repeat it again today, that unless there's a medical need, you never see anybody walking around with a backpack, with some type of oxygen, and put your nose so you can find a way to breathe. Just like you see when people go into space, they have to have an oxygen, reservoir somewhere in their suit, so that way they can breathe. Or under the water, you see that they do that. We walk around with no such thing, because the air to breathe is already available. Do you know why? I have explained that before. It's because this is the planet. This is the only planet that God, created for us human beings and animals to live in without the help of an oxygen tank, so that we can freely breathe. Okay? But now, the reason I brought this up is to ask this question. When was the last time that you ran out of the air? So you have to go buy it in order for you to. When was the last time you see in this planet Earth? Not even once. There's one time the air was ceased to flow. No, it never happened. See, so that should tell you something. And there's nobody on this earth that said I can take credit for this. They produced the air. What about the sun? When you go to the beach, you get your tan, or even at home when you're sitting by the pool. For those of you who have the blessings of having a pool at home, some of those things. And beside, the weather, when the way it is, when the sun is shining, it's easier for it to travel by airplane instead of having, the clouds forming, the dark clouds and all this stuff, and then create turbulence by travel, keep your heart pumping, throughout the journey. So all these things, they seem to you, not important, but yet they are the most crucial, important thing in your life for your survival on this earth. Without them, you cannot live. You cannot live without the sun. You cannot live on this earth without the water that you enjoy, whether the ocean or the lakes that you have surrounding your home. Because the water is not only the idea of you for you to drink, although this is a very crucial part of your life, but also you need the water also that actually keeps the greenery, toward your around your house. You see the grass and the trees. And so many other things. Some of you use it for irrigation for your plants and also your beautiful lawn. There's so many things you use water for, And so it's important, those things, that when you came to this earth, they're already here. So you cannot deny that there's a hand behind all this that provided those things before you came. So my question is, who are you to come here to try to change, what's already been established and commanded? Again, we were fearfully and wonderfully made. Nobody was made with a type of, type of twisted idea in your head. The things that you have in your head, you've been probably following a group of people. Like I have said before, that you see a bunch of kids today walking around, just young men, their ears, piercing ears. And if you were to ask them, okay, why you pierce your ear? The answer is, I don't know, I like it. But there's not a reason, there's no purpose behind that. The reason they pierce your ear because they see on TV, a lot of big name such as Michael Jordan, a bunch of other ones pierce their ears, putting ears in their ears, they have like diamond ones and whatever. So they want to be like him. Well, there's nothing wrong to, in a sense, to like some guy, because me, I'm a big fan of Michael Jordan too, when he was playing basketball, big fan of Chicago Bulls. But the thing is, I didn't go to the extreme where I would love to be like him. I wanted to be like him on the basketball court when I was kind of playing a little bit of basketball. I never been a basketball player professionally, but I have played, I can still play, but not in the level of Michael Jordan. So whatever I did on the basketball court, I look at what he did and then trying to imitate that. In a sense, I wanted to be like him. You know what I mean? But there are other things, like even Michael Jordan, if you were to ask him, okay, why do you pierce your ear? I don't know what he would tell you, but I can tell you what there's no purpose behind it. It's just a kind of way to be separated from the other ones. Create a trend that everybody would soon follow. And so, but the ones that are out there right now, not in the generation of Michael Jordan, who seeing him, idolize him, they want to be like him, they imitate, they dress like him, they talk like him, they walk like him, they try to play like him, and they do everything. The only thing they don't have, they have as much money that he has. They wish they could, and so they imitate. They're asking, okay, why do you do such thing? They don't have anything. You see also another personality, which I admired to so much in my generation, when I was younger, Michael Jackson. See, all the things that he did, I really liked him, and I did the same thing that he did, trying to imitate him in any way I could. But I never could be like him, him. I never went to the extreme, doing the things with my hair, change a lot of things in my, physical features, that kind of stuff. No, I didn't do those things. But I really appreciate the music ability that he had and performances that he produced over the years and all those things. I enjoyed, the beauty of those things. But the thing is, we got to be careful, what I'm trying to say. When you imitate somebody about what they do, we don't even know, the purpose behind all these things they're doing, or the things they're doing, whether they're right or wrong. We just love what they do and you just accept it and you just follow them, blindly without even asking or questioning anything. Just like I'm doing right now, I'm not asking anybody to blindly, follow me. The only person that asked that was Jesus, was asking the disciple to follow him. But Jesus was Jesus. It's not like a person like myself. It's God. So that's the reason why every time I come to you, I always speak on behalf of this book, not on my own behalf, because who am I? Nobody knows my name. I have not accomplished I would say any great thing in this world. If you turn around, you say my name, everybody say, who is this? Nobody know. You know, it doesn't really get anybody's attention when you say my name. You know, it takes, you know, an awful lot to, in a sense, to be popular, to be a celebrity. I know that. I don't know it by experience, but I have seen it. And also it comes with great responsibility. And so I remember telling you guys, whatever you're trying to do, you're trying to influence this world in a positive way, but you have the possibility also to influence this world in a negative way. And I think what I'm trying to getting at is the fact that a lot of you who are celebrities who have a platform, you know, most of the time what you do, you take that platform and you influence the world in the wrong way. Some of you probably do it intentionally. Some of you do it just because of the heat of the moment. Some of you do it by ignorance, you don't even know. But the reality is, no matter the reason behind it, most of the time your platform or your celebrity status has been used out there to influence the world in the wrong way. Some of you, the music that you play, the songs, the lyric, if you listen to it, you can tell. Some of you are denigrating all the women's in there. They base them, they trash them, they trample them on their feet. You know, some of you, it's called on to go out there and to create havoc, you know, on others, destroy lives and that kind of stuff. All in the lyric of songs. You know, and some of you, the movie that you play, you know, I mean, what you portray in there, like I was saying, you know, everything that you do, the idea is to promote something that is really detrimental and evil for this world. They're not good, you know, thing. You know, you some of them, then when the shows you have, like there's a show on TV called Modern Family. Never watched that kind of show, but you know, the title kind of like, you know, appealing, you know, in a sense. So what does that mean, modern family? There's no such thing. But in reality, what's in there, there's also promoting the idea of homosexual, two guys living together. You know, that kind of stuff. I mean, you don't want to tell me, okay, start talking about this, because why did you put them out there if you don't want me to talk about it? Like I said, we can have a conversation about something very calmly. We don't have to be, you know, yelling at each other and hating each other over this. We just have to have a heart-to-heart discussion. To what avail that we want to push those agenda? What is it that we want to accomplish? Like I have asked the question, how does homosexuality help society? I'm not talking about the person. I'm talking about the